Good evening, freelancers. Welcome to another Anthem video. I'm PTT, and tonight I want to take a few moments to take a quick look at the Ranger Javelin in action and talk about my experiences after a few hours in game. Now obviously I wouldn't be doing a good job if I didn't lightly touch on the fact that the VIP demo, as of the time of recording this, is having some serious server stability issues and issues with infinite load times. But you know, as annoying as they are, trust me, they are incredibly annoying, we do want to look past this and accept the fact that this is probably the first time the servers have ever been seriously stressed, and surely it has to be better that they break now and can be fixed before launch than have this scale of issue in a few weeks come the official launch. Now, with that aside, let's start looking at the positives, and in just a few short hours of gaming I actually got, I have to say there are indeed many. I want to start off in this video talking about the Ranger, and obviously the gameplay in the background is indeed of an earlier mission because I couldn't actually get past the third one due to the aforementioned issues. So let's start off then with the flight, because that's something I had a few questions about in stream, and I want to start off by saying that yes, I am playing on PC, but I am 100% using a controller. The flying feels exceptionally good in my opinion with the use of a controller, but doesn't feel quite so smooth on mouse and keyboard. Now, due to the fact that Anthem is a PvE only game, then I see no issue at all in running a controller, and as of right now, that's exactly the way I plan on playing. I think that with a few tweaks the flying can become better with the mouse and keyboard, but for me honestly it's all about controller at this point, and that's where I'm going to stay. Next then, let's talk about how the Ranger Javelin felt in combat in terms of flying and dodging and ultimately just whipping around the battlefield. Now, one of my concerns before getting hands on was that the movement would feel very clunky, and I was incredibly surprised by the fact that it wasn't clunky, and actually transitioning between flying and hovering and running along the ground can all flow extremely well. And to say that this is all after about 3 hours of actual in-game time, then I imagine after maybe 50 hours or maybe even less than that, the way you transition between all of the different modes with more experience will be exceptional and feel very seamless indeed. From the footage in the background you will see I'm jumping around and hovering and then flying to the other side of the area we're in and back again with great ease. And again, I put a lot of this down to the use of a controller, but also the way the game has been designed to flow from one to the other, and all of them being a very viable option. Next then, let's talk about the Ranger abilities I got to use. Now again, these are limited because I only played for a few hours, but from what I did use, I have to say they feel very good. So in the background gameplay you will see me using the Bulwark Point ability. This is the Ranger's shield that blocks projectiles, and it came in very handy on many occasions because playing on hard difficulty was actually no joke, even with a team. I also used the Blast Missile. Now this is a missile that fires and explodes on impact and was very good for our level at dealing some high burst damage to targets. Next, I swapped between the Sticky Grenade, that again was great for quick high burst damage, and the Inferno Grenade that worked very nicely to set up some combos, but also deal some really nice area of effect damage. Now again, these were only low level gear pieces, but still they worked very nicely against the enemy we were fighting. Overall, from what I got to use, I feel like the Ranger definitely had a good variety of ability to use. They were all very helpful in killing enemies and keeping myself alive. Now, if these are the kind of abilities we're going to be having so early on in game, then I'm definitely intrigued as to what kind of abilities may come later down the line. Next then, I want to talk about gunplay because this feels really cool. I managed to play with the auto rifles, a marksman rifle and an LMG, and I have to say that I was very surprised at how good they felt and how good they sounded. For a game that seems to have a lot of focus on the Javelin abilities, you may have thought the gunplay would feel a little bit off, but it didn't. It actually felt extremely satisfying to blast away with an LMG or pull out the marksman and sit away back and shoot things in the head. And if all of the guns play as well as the few I got to test, then, you know, I'll be very happy indeed. In terms of missions, the whole world then, I felt like they flowed really well, and going from one area to the next was incredible. For those who are in stream, you'll be able to agree to the fact I had to keep stopping and, well, just admiring the world because it really does look beautiful. Transitioning between flying in the air, running along the ground, flying underwater, all felt really nice, smooth, and was definitely a high point for me to be so immersed in the game. Now obviously I didn't get to experience any free play, so I'm sure I'll have more views and opinions on the world at a later date, but for now at least I'm definitely impressed with the game's world. The way it looks, the way it plays, and the way it kind of just feels alive. I can't really show you what I mean at the moment, but when you get in and play it, guys, you'll see what I mean. It feels like the game is just living and breathing, and yeah, it's amazing. Overall, guys, I have to say I was totally blown away by my time in game, and I can honestly say that problems aside, I think when you get your hands on it and you get into your own game and you get some time with it, you will be very impressed too. Now, I am going to wrap up the video because I don't want to go on for too long, but be assured, guys, I will be back with many more videos soon. I'll be streaming tomorrow if the server issues are fixed, so make sure to head on over to Mixer and drop the channel a follow. Links can be found in the video description. Have a great night. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Let me know any comments you have in the section down below. But until the next one, yeah, again, thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you all soon.